Hungarian citizenship, arguably one of the most difficult passports in Europe to get. Or is it? In today's video, I'll be breaking down the Hungarian passport to see if it's a good option for you if you want to diversify your passport portfolio and get a European Union passport, and also whether Hungarian citizenship is actually as difficult as they say. Because a lot of people like to claim that the Hungarian passport is some impossible European passport to get, and although yes, it is certainly a lot more of a stricter country in regards to immigration than some Western European countries, it isn't this impossible passport to get. Naturalization in Hungary is possible and actually does happen quite frequently. But before we get into how you can naturalize in the country, first we have to establish what kind of passport is the Hungarian passport. Well, it's a European Union passport. It's a very strong passport around the world, as we can look at the map that's on screen now. It's one of the strongest passports in the world. However, do not let the colours on this map fool you, because especially with the United States, which I'll be getting onto momentarily, there are some things you need to know before you, as a Hungarian citizen or someone looking to naturalise in Hungary, might think, oh, I have access to the United States. Not exactly. Now, in order to qualify for Hungarian citizenship, there are actually numerous things that you can do if you actually want this passport. The first one naturally being citizenship by residency. They do allow you to live in the country, and after a certain while you can actually get Hungarian citizenship. It is going to be a minimum of 8 years in the country. They are very strict on that. They might even make it even longer for you to be able to prove that you are actually building the tie and are tied to the country now throughout the years that you've lived in Hungary. So it is a very long residence requirement. It's not the longest in the world, certainly not the longest in Europe, but still it's more than the average of 5 years. In fact, they might even push it up to 8 years of permanent residency. So Hungary, in regards to residency, citizenship is possible that way, but it is going to be a very long time of you living in the country. They also do have a golden visa program, which is actually quite interesting. Not a lot of people know that who want to get European golden visas, that Hungary does have a golden visa program. I'm not going to talk about that much in this video. I have already made a video on that, so if you want to find out more about the Hungarian golden visa after finishing this video, check that video. I'll be linked down below in the description. But they do have a golden visa program that you can also do. It's going to cost you a couple €100,000, but Hungary is a country where you can get pretty good property if you are coming from a rich Western country at a very good price. Another way you can get Hungarian citizenship naturally is by citizenship by descent. So if you had a parent or a grandparent who was a Hungarian citizen, then you can also qualify for the Hungarian passport. Now, there is one other strategy that you can do if you want to get Hungarian citizenship, and if you are of a ethnic Hungarian background, then you could get Hungarian citizenship, because Hungary has a law which is very unique to their country, where if you can prove that you are a ethnic Hungarian living in a neighbouring country, maybe somewhere like Slovakia, Romania, what have you, but you are an ethnic Hungarian, you're only there because of the Trianon borders, then you could qualify for Hungarian citizenship. And basically, for those of you who might not know what Trianon is, basically in 1920, Austria-Hungary lost World War One. And like the Ottoman Empire, their country, their empire was partitioned. They lost a lot of territory to neighbouring countries, Romania, Czechoslovakia, what was then the Russian Empire, or the newly formed USSR, right? So with that partition, there were a lot of ethnic Hungarians who were living in, let's say, Romania, who then became Romanian citizens, even though they were originally Hungarian. And if you come from a family that experienced that, then you can also apply for Hungarian citizenship. Now, it's not only going to be as easy as saying, yeah, I have a Hungarian surname, this dude was my Hungarian great-great-grandfather who was alive during that time, give me the passport. You actually do have to learn or already speak the language. In fact, that's a common thing with all of these methods, no matter whether it's residency, golden visa, descent, or this ethnic Hungarian law. You do have to be able to speak Hungarian. Now, maintaining focus on the ethnic Hungarian law for a second, you might be thinking this is actually a great policy, and you might be able to take it to your advantage if you are someone from an ethnic Hungarian background living in Romania or Slovakia or Serbia or what have you. However, for those of you who might be listening to this thinking, oh, that's a very unique policy, it does also come with problems, because this is actually a key reason why Hungarian citizenship and Hungarian citizens and the passport itself have a pretty bad reputation on the international space, especially in the United States. Because basically what happened was a lot of people who were criminals from neighbouring countries such as Romania and Ukraine, those were the two primary ones to it, for example, here. that they were criminals, but they were also of a Hungarian background. They were able to qualify for Hungarian citizenship through this route. Well, what happened was, Hungary at the time was becoming very friendly with the West. However, their countries were not going that fast. So they would get Hungarian citizenship, go to the United States and start doing dodgy businesses there. Now, it wasn't everyone who did this, but it got to the point where, in fact, the United States, this is why I said in the beginning, don't think you have full visa-free access to the United States, because you can only qualify for the ESTA as a Hungarian citizen if you are a natural-born citizen, meaning you were born within the territory of the Republic of Hungary. All in all, I would say the Hungarian passport is definitely an underrated passport in Europe. It has a pretty bad reputation because, A, of what we discussed about the people who would get the passport and then do bad things in other countries, but B, also a lot of people who might want to get European citizenship might think that's this impossible passport to get. It really isn't. It's going to be a little bit more difficult than some other European passports. If you want a passport that maybe is a little bit more premium, then Hungarian citizenship might be the perfect one for you, and there are certainly many avenues in which you can get it. Let me know what you think about the points that I've raised in this video. Do you agree with me, or do you have a different perspective? And if you want to find out more about the Hungarian Golden Visa program, check out the video link down below in the description. Check it out right now.